Well, once again, I think culture continuity and innovation are not naturally kind of antagonistic. They are mutual. They are actually mutually comprehensive and also can contribute to each other in a healthy manner. Now, in terms of striking this balance, I think that it is essential to understand the cultural foundation. The knowledge of this cultural foundation would help us to identify the core aspect that should be preserved and celebrated while allowing room for innovation in other areas. And secondly, I think that we need to understand that we have to identify essential traditions because they hold historical, social, and symbolic significance. And by safeguarding these traditions, cultural continuity can be maintained. And lastly, I think that we need to adapt to changing contexts. In this case, I think that continuity means the ability to adapt to adapting changing contexts. And in this case, I think we need to empower us to technologically, and we need to embrace innovation and progress while ensuring this very cultural values and identities are not compromised.
Now, talking about empowering, critical thinking in education is important to innovation. How can this be utilized to cultivate cultural innovation?
Well, I would propose the following strategies. I think first thing first, critical thinking means the art of evaluating and assessing the current views and the current cultural norms and examining the kind of a bias and stereotypes. Because in any way that human beings are biased and prejudiced to a certain extent. And in this case, I think that critical thinking would be useful in encouraging individuals to question existing cultural norms and traditions. And by examining and the underlying assumptions and values of cultural practice, we can identify areas that may benefit from innovation and revaluation. And secondly, I think that examining bias and stereotypes is the core of critical thinking, which helps individuals to recognize and examine biases and stereotypes that may limit cultural innovation. And so by critically evaluating preconceived notions about different cultures, people can develop a more open-minded and inclusive approach to cultural exchange and collaboration. And in this sense, I think that we should make full use of the capacity of our being to think critically and to upgrade and to empower us so that we can, in a sense, to cultivate this cultural innovation and continue this very cultural heritage so that this culture and this cultural heritage can survive and thrive in a world of challenge or in this era of globalization.
A lot to think about, Mr. Teng. Thank you for your time and your perspectives.